And now for the last game. So it also started out as Sicilian. Now black here is supposed to play knight c5, and after I take, knight regains the pawn here. But black goes on with bishop takes d4, which is not normal. After bishop d4, knight takes d4, and here I can take the juicer on e7 with check. King g7, and now I take with check. And what this threatens is the knight, which would be an extra knight for me. So black has to go back on f6 to cover the check and the threat of the knight here. And this knight is protected, but this position is very weak for black, as you'll see right here. This knight d5 retreat move, let's put this as the theme. Retreat moves are good moves. The theme will be like retreat moves, or something like this. After knight d5, this is really, really painful for black and super annoying because I double threat this knight here. And this pin will never go away because it's just very hard to eliminate this pin. This queen is super stable on d4, and this knight is super stable on d5. Black can't take because I have a bishop defending my knight. So life is good. I do not care about my king's safety here because my attack is so strong on this knight. It's worth the compensation. So when you can calculate things like that, you're not too sad about playing a king d2 once in a while. Rook e6, protecting his knight. I need to challenge the rook, take off the defender, and win the knight. Queen d8, double protection of the knight. And here I play g4, trying to escalate to g5, really just trying to put pressure on this major weakness in the black position. And you see, meanwhile, black isn't developing anything, and this position remains very, very sore for black. So g5, really putting a crease into his position, forcing him to play bad moves like this, opening up the h-file. And once this happened, these squares are open for my rook. Beautiful. And I play rook takes rook, and after takes, white to play and win. This is a Bobby Fischer-esque move, if I say so myself. I play rook h7 here. Woo! Do you need to see that again? Okay, let's just play that again. Rook h7 check. Pause. So this knight is threatened. Let me explain to you what's going on. It's a sacrifice. Look, if black doesn't accept it, then I have with checks and defends my own rook. And if black takes, so king takes h7, then I have knight takes f6 check. Black can't take the knight because I take back on f6 and win the queen. And so after the king moves, then I just win the queen, and this is completely winning. What did happen in the game, you ask? Well, my opponent played the only reasonable move for black here that still protects this knight and doesn't give away the whole position. But after king g6, right, still protecting the knight, keeping two eyes on this. If I take the knight, black has the in-between check, takes back, and he looks good with king takes, and this is like equal. Because white have a better move here. White to play and win. Queen. Ooh, I was thinking of queen d3, but I surprised myself there. Bishop c2. Ooh! With that skewer on my own rook, and this rook is completely controlling this whole sector here. What a move. And forcing knight e4, which is the last deadly move, because this opens up this g7 square, and I did not end my opponent directly with queen g7 checkmate, because this is still a check move. So I had to take the knight with check, forcing f5, and now I have queen g7 checkmate. Absolutely obliterated my opponent. That was it for the first episode of the season 2 of Zach Reviews. I hope we started this strong, and see you next time.